Well, good morning, everyone. It's 8 a.m. right now, officially at work. Okay, I am at home working, so it's home office. Uh, but I have my notebook here, which is enough. And to be honest, I'm sitting here since 6:30, and I have nothing to do. That's my job, which I get paid for. That's my life. Yeah, and that's the good thing because I can create some battle maps at this time without any issues, and my boss knows that. That's the other good thing. He knows that, and he says, at least the job is done, so I don't care. And he's true. And of course, right now, 2 tickets coming in. Okay, I see my. I guess that can wait for an hour or two. That's not the problem. So yeah, today we are creating a new map. I have to work with the camera right here, not there. Maybe I should switch them, swap them again. Yeah, it's my officially third paid commission. I have some free commissions in the usual way. The free commissions are for mostly for my wife, but some of them are for my patrons because there are some additional benefits. So if you have the adventure tier, you can get a free battle map in the size of 25 to 25. I guess that was the size for free after 12 months. Or your supporter tier, which is way more expensive, but you get in the first part you get it after 4 months. And the second part is you get early access to all my maps in Foundry VDT. So it wouldn't be a big problem. I mean, it's a little bit advertisement. I know. I'm sorry, but that's my job here right now. My second job. Yeah. So everyone can get right now some my original battle maps, which are done till. Let me think. Fire right here, right now. Yeah. It's mid of August. And the same is for Kingmaker, which is done for the mid of August. Age of Ashes, which is complete until September, and started with the Rise of the Rune Lords, which starts in October. And of course, right now, I get tickets. Why? Okay, some the same issues as usual. I'm sorry. Could be that I have a little cold, but just a little one. Let me. Good. The other 2 tickets will be done in the this evening, I guess, or this afternoon. I don't know. Yeah. That's the issue. I have to do the work while I'm live right now. But that's the reason I have the notebook, because I have to use a VPN. So yeah, much to do right now. Yeah, what is my job today? After I finish the what is it called? The Thastarith Forest, which was a paid commission. I already told. Yeah, I have. It was half or 3/4 done in the live stream. Some stuff was added after that. Some skeletons, less trees, more cobwebs, etc., etc., and the shadows, of course, which were missing. But after that, it was done. It was 2.5 hour work, because a few people, not many, but a few people from my friends or from you are asking me every time, how long does it take to create a battle map? And it's always the question of how big it is, and what type of map it is. Is it a dungeon? Is it a shop? Is it a tavern? Is it a forest in this case? Is it a cavern or something else? A forest can take much time. It can take less time. A tavern is incredibly huge because of the clutter and because of many other stuff. I mean, if you have just a bar, it's okay. It's very small. Then you sack the nebula. Howdy, howdy-o. But if you have a shop, it can be a big problem too because you have many clutter there too. I don't remember right now how long it took. How was it called? Osasa's Mystery Corner, which is pretty old right now. I mean, it's from 2023. It was one of my first. Where it is? Oh, number 6. It was my 6th map, which I released. We are right now at the point where we are right now. I know we are rather the righteous here. We are in 182. Osasa's Mystery Corner was my 6th map, or map pack in this case. 6th release is the best, which I can say. And we are right now at the 182nd release. And today is the 183rd release. So it's been a while. How long? Give me the records. And yes, I have the original records of every. Osasa's Mystery Corner is pretty small, but it took me almost 2 hours to create it. So a small shop can take the same amount of time like a big forest map, because it's more some sorted chaos, not a chaos of natural base. It's more sorted chaos because you're just showing some magical items or some other stuff, and you have to think, how would I put it there to sell them, etc., etc. And okay, it was a second floor on the on that, but it was just a living part, which is pretty easy and pretty small. But yeah, I mean, it would be funny to create a makeover for that map, but it wouldn't be. Okay, there was an update on Dungeon Craft with more magical items or more weapon and staffs and stuff like that. Would be funny. Maybe for the next birthday. We will see. But yeah. And in the short answer, a battle map can take about 20 minutes to 12 hours. That's the time which I take for Dungeon Draft. To be honest, the post-production in Photoshop doesn't take much time, but the creation of the credit versions, the non-credit versions, or credit less, the dark and night version, dark and night version, light and dark version, and in some cases with lights, without lights, can take up to 1 or 2 more hours because it takes so much time to save the files. After that, I have to convert it to WebP files, or in some cases to JPEG files because they're too large for WebP, because WebP says no more than 16K. Don't know why. Who cares? And yeah. That can take pretty much more time, and at the end, I know one, I guess it was Curse of Strahd, the Castle Ravenloft. I don't really know anymore. It was 2024 when it got released. Right? Or maybe not. I remember because I was pretty sick at that time. Oh, wrong side. Where is it? Castle Ravenloft. Castle Ravenloft, and I still hate that map. It's a fever dream. Because it was a fever dream. I had a pretty harsh fever at the time. It was about 39.4 degrees Celsius. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit. Sorry, people. 10 hours. Round about 10 hours. I don't care about 2 minutes and 6 seconds, so it's okay. Yeah, almost 10 hours, and I worked on the post-production more hours. And never forget, there's not only the post-production on Photoshop to pack it all up for Patreon. Nope, Foundry will take more time. And Castle Ravenloft took about 2 hours. And I know that some issues out there. I know that this map needs a recreation. I know that there are many issues in that. But that's the other problem. It's a question of time because, to be honest, it's pretty harsh to create these map packs, these three releases every week. But if I'm good at it, I can create 6 releases in 1 week, so I can build up a buffer so I can work on other stuff, or maybe sometimes I can just play some games. Not much time about it. Which is sad because I love to play what is it called? 2 Point Museum right now. It's my favorite game right now. Just chill game. A little bit cozy. With not much micromanagement, which can be pretty boring. Good. The Commission, which is the part of today. I have to open Fiverr, but I know the words. He wants some kind of, I would say it is a forest, but the part of the forest should be outside, so on the edges of the map, which is pretty hard if you see that the map will be 40 by 40. But okay, if you use this part, it's fine. And the map will have some kind of, I would call it a magical rift. From the top left corner to the bottom right corner, which will divide it between a living and withered world. Or, which I thought, the upside down from Stranger Things. Which is some kind of a withered or dead world with kind of demons, I would say. Yeah. That's the other stuff. Yes, and some kind of Stonehenge altar, which is the reason for it. So, just for the overview, I need a Willy. So, the record is on, so everything is... Nope, I just need that. A big fat line so I see where the rift will be, just to have it symmetrical and mirrored, which will be hard, pretty hard. Try. The funniest thing would be to create 2 maps and to put them together from the rift. That would be the more pleasure way. Oh yeah, just pause that. And I have to save the file. Lucky me, I've never had, except for some crashes, much lost. My wife had a pretty harsh lost long time ago. She built up the map, etc., etc. Oh, 9, okay. And while it was saving, it crashed, so the save file was 0 bytes. And everything was gone. And the problem is we didn't know anything about the backup files at that time. I know there is some backups. I don't know where right now, but that's fine. Okay, I guess it's the easiest way is to start with the Stonehenge. I need a rock. I take slate. Okay, rock is the wrong one. It's boulder. Huge boulder. Will be not mirrored, but that's fine. Okay. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yep, that's definitely the middle point. The most important part, it's the middle. Putting some stuff on it, maybe in... Oh. Yep. I have to reread some stuff. One moment. Is it here or or nope? It's in the message. Okay. Where is the information? Okay, some boulders will be there. Please take that. So I guess that would be fine. Give me some dirt. Because without the hills, etc., it should be more like a valley, I guess. Please give me that. Yep, I take that. Not. Okay, I guess that's fine. Just a simple part, like a hill, stuff like that. Give me the slate. I mean, with the post-production, I can just use the cut and give the rocks some other colors. Wouldn't be a big problem. Please. Yeah, give me that. Oh, that's too large. Too big. Okay. Take that. Take that. That. Now it's some kind of mirrored. Yep. That's the right one. And for the dirt, I take the darker one, so it looks like a little bit withered, or usually not. This would be more the... I'm kind of withered dirt because it's... yeah, it's not good for the plants. Coffee is getting cold. I need more coffee. Okay, give me the slate. Give me the slate boulder. Okay, yeah, I definitely have to color that in the post-production. Without that, it wouldn't work. So just give me this one. This one. That's a little bit too large. This looks pretty well. Maybe I should use another one. Slate border. Second. Nope. Nope. I guess I will mirror that. There's the boulder, there are the rocks. Okay. Put it there. We'll put it there. Okay. I guess that's fine. I have to add the magical circle afterwards. That will not be pretty well. Oh, wait a minute. Magical circle. I mean, I can give it some kind of white and I just add the color later. Wouldn't be a big problem. Maybe some orb. I would give that a second. Yeah. What was it? I guess it's green for living and red for dead. Blighted side. Okay, on the withered or blighted side. Okay, so the upper part will be red. Slate boulder. Okay. Boulder C29. I put it there, so it should be there. Okay. The mirror part will be so brutal. He wanted some pond. Which will be excellent too. I use that. Okay. Oops. I mean, sometimes there are some natural ponds without any. Come on. Mirror it. It's about here. Yeah. Should be about there. Okay. Give me the boulder A40. Okay, maybe the C better one. Okay, just mirror it. Okay, I guess this map will take pretty much time. The good thing is, if I have to put some trees on the edges, on the first part I just put the usual stump on it, and on the other side I will just use the bare trees with the shadows. So I just need to know the positions and that's it. But yeah. The worst thing will be that I don't have plenty of dead plants, but I know that we have pretty much of thorned vines. So maybe there will be a green bush here, and there will be some multicolored yellowish with thorns on the other sides, which will not be the exact same way, but you know what I mean. But first thing first, C7 border. Okay, I will put it there. Mirror it. And that should be there. Okay. 39. Okay, 31. Why is because of that? Okay. Oh, I shouldn't use that. I have to put it on layer 1. It's not the Stonehenge-like altar. So that's much better. Boulder 31. This one, I will put it there. Mirror it. Should be round about there. Yeah, should be. More like that. Yeah, more like that. Okay, that looks good so far. Give me the 32. Just want. Oh. Why is it on the? Because of that. Nope. Please put it there. I want it that way. The mirror. Okay. Should be around there like that. Looks like. Good. This map. I don't know. I don't think that he's here right now. But I hope everything is right. For now. I want to put it next to that. I'll mirror it. Wait a minute. 1, 2, center, 1, 2, like that. And more like that. Ew. Oh yeah, the water. I will use that or that. I guess this one. Put it on below. Mirror it. Turn it around. 90 degree. Give me some water. And I want it that. Almost forgot to change the bank color. Okay, just give me the textures. 4 textures for each side is the maximum. The bone dirt. I just activate. Oh, wrong. This module sucks. Because if you activate the unlock for more, you can't get to the search bar anymore. So you can search, but you can't click on it anymore. It's only possible if you have, yeah, 4 slots, not more or less. And sometimes I wish I could use more textures, but that's fine. So I have the bone dirt. I will use the bone dirt there. And come on, I want a D. Yeah. It's correct. That's not the color I want. That's more I want. Okay. And yes, that's more just kind of preparing. So I know, okay, this is the wither part, the blight, the blighted part. You can call it what you want. I think I will use some lightning or stuff like that to display the rift, the magical rift between these 2 worlds in the middle of this forest. So I have a better cut than this wibbly wobbly. I mean, it works right now, but it sucks. Okay, there's dirt. Okay, looks good. Then we need some grass, which will be brutal because maybe I should change it. Just give me the clover. Just give me normal grass. I will switch then and search for better places. I will use the normal grass here and will use some kind of... I guess that's pretty fine. I mean, there's still plants, but it's more like okay, I can guess it looks better with that kind. Give me the grass rough here and here, so I can take that. So then I will take the dirt sea. Was that part right? Yep. Where's the bone dirt? Bone. And I guess, yeah. I mean, I could use that instead. Yeah. And maybe a little bit smaller. I guess I need the cave floor for that, and I used the volcanic there. Yes, indeed. And I don't have any more. That sucks. But that's fine. Okay. That's the part here. I mean, the easiest way would be just create the full map on one part and everything else will be post-production. That would be no problem. But no. Just no. Bone Gorge. Yeah. Could be possible that the customers just thinking about some kind of upside down word would be nice. I mean, it is. If you create some kind of, and some people would say Shadowfell. I mean, in the Pathfinder universe, it's the Darklands. No, not Darklands. Sorry, Darklands is the underdog of the Pathfinder world of Golarion, which is just an underground world. Who cares? I mean, the planes are pretty similar because it's simple ideas. So it's, if you bring up your own ideas, it's not kind of stolen, or, to be honest, the most worked under the OGL license, blah blah blah. You know what happened last year and all time. So, or last, what? No, it was 2023. Who cares? But we just tried to build up some kind of parallel universe in the I guess it's Shadowlands in the Golarion. Because if you're going to a city or a town which is just living and working in the material plane, you're going in the Shadowlands and it's broken, it's destroyed. Maybe not, but filled with the dogs. with shadows. Ooh. And the other side, if you're going to ruins, you can know that the other side would no ruins anymore. It just will be a castle, temple, or something, which is still intact. It works, and there will be no problem. That's, I mean, the Shadowfell works not that way, and I don't think that the Shadowlands in Galarian works that way. But it's much more interesting, to be honest. So, just. I was thinking about right now for the middle line, which is the rift, the cut. It's not a portal anymore. I guess the right idea will be, he wants some crystals on the axis rocks or boulders. Green for living, red for the withered or blighted one. And if I'm not just using that, I'm using the lightning as addition because it is the perfect cut of it. So people can see officially where this rift is, and the green lightning will be the living side, and the red one the dead side, or call it like what you want. I guess that's the best idea. And my second cup. And I guess it's it's already cold. I love cold coffee. Not. Blah. Okay, that's fine. But I need it. Okay, just give me above roofs. Lightning red. Oh. Yep. This will take some time, but that is fine. Especially, I need to hide some of that stuff, so yes, it will take time. And maybe some... Nah. Just more like a straight... If someone has a question, just for information, where the music's from, it's from a Story of Seasons game. And the funniest thing is, just what I need some stuff to talk about because it's getting boring without talking, I guess. Story of Seasons, or in the early days, because the cooperation of Natsume and Marvelous, I guess is the right name. Everyone knows the game Harvest Moon. What? It's the Western name, and that's because they broke up, like the usual couple that happens sometimes. They have the Story of Seasons in Japan since the old days, and after that, it just just creating games, but with the old names, and living with the part we don't need them anymore, which is totally true. Times changed, and especially at that point, they are not on console anymore, which helps pretty much because to be honest, I have left the console era. Yes, we have the Switch, and yes, sometimes we're playing games on the Switch, and I guess if the Switch 2 is coming, I will play it if some kind of new Mario Odyssey is coming. Only then. Sehr green. Yes, that's what I wanted. But yeah, back to topic Story of Seasons. To be honest, all Harvest Moon and Story of Seasons games after that issue between Marvelous and Natsume, to be honest, these games sucked. They were terrible. Or in the earlier days, I mean, especially for the Wii, on Nintendo Wii, there were so many games which was much more for children. And maybe that was the biggest issue with that. I wasn't a children anymore. Or a baby. And oh yeah, that looks much better. What do you think? Yeah, no, but my favorite game was Harvest Moon, Back to the Nature at the old days. Then after that, some port of Friends of Mirror Town for the GBA, I guess, was it? And after that, for the Nintendo DS, and they just remade Story of Seasons. Friends of Mirror Town is now a Story of Seasons game, which has been released on Nintendo Switch and PC, and I think that's a good idea. But to be honest, my wife giving me the Doraemon. Don't ask pronunciation. It's a fat F or a 6, or in some countries maybe a 1. So a bad result. But it's the Friends of the Creator Kingdom, so the second game. I never played the first Doraemon game, but I guess that's fine. To be honest, I like this kind of artwork which they made, and and how can I say? The Story of Season games, the older days, before Doraemon, and the Harvest Moon games, before the problem with Natsume, and after the whole time, they made some plump, flat games, just oversimplified, with no heart, no story, and sorry to say, but these games, they can get pretty boring because of the every time you have the same gameplay. You have to do always the same thing every day. And if you have nothing special on the visual part, you will not play it more than 2 hours, and after that it's gone. And to be honest, I didn't play Doraemon anymore, but because of the time, the last time was 2023. After I started my Patreon, etc. So maybe that could be a reason that I didn't play it anymore. But I have 20 hours in it, which was much at the time. I mean, if I'm happy, I can play about 2 or 3 hours a week. That's not much time anymore. Or better to say, I take not much time anymore. I would find time on it, but to be honest, sometimes there are days you're just sitting on, looking on Steam and just thinking, what do I play today? And after that, you're just saying, nothing. I mean, everyone does that, right? Many times, I'm just sitting there, don't know what to do, and after that, after many hours, I'm just going to bed. No, to be honest, in my case, it's just a little bit simpler. Most time, I'm just a usual workaholic. Most people would say, "Oh no, it's dangerous because of your." Yeah, I know it can be pretty unhealthy. Can, if you have no balance on it. I mean, the last time I was at the doctor, not because of me. And I just saw a picture of some kind of a castle. We have many here. And one weekend, I just told my wife, come on, we're going there. It's not far away, about 30-40 minutes with a car. So that's not far. And yeah, we drove that way, just used the day. We just used the day to watch the castle, or more the outside, because there was some special rule. You can only in some castles, especially castle ruins, you can just buy a ticket and go through by yourself. Nobody cares. But in this case, you had to buy a ticket, and someone has to be there. And that's not what we wanted. So we said nope. Just enjoyed the outside of the castle. Went away and yeah, went to the next city. Which we just walked next to the river, enjoyed the silence. I mean, it's a small town about, let me think, maybe 20, 30,000 people which are living there. Maybe, I don't really know. I could look right now. I mean, we have almost a Wikipedia website for every city. Almost. But no, I guess about 20,000. Maybe more, maybe less. To be honest, I would say more than less. But yeah, we walked next to the river, enjoyed the silence of this nature, and it was beautiful. And after that, we went home, and the whole day was okay. To be honest, in the morning we had the appointment with our hairdresser. I don't think that people know how my hair looked before, so that's fine. I had pretty long hair, and I cut it off because it was unhealthy. I had big issues with my head. And the hair was annoying me every fucking day. Sorry. And yeah, and it took about 5 hours for my wife and 2 hours for me. And so, yeah. The whole day was gone just for appointment and just relaxing time after that. So, it was fine. Didn't work at the time, and wasn't a big issue, but only because I have good barber. Okay, that looks fine. Yeah, and yeah, sometimes I just don't have time to do anything. Because the people on my Discord saw the result. We have worked many hours on our living room and which was, the first time it was the bedroom from our old roommate, who has left the town and the state. In this case, and we just built it up to a guest room so people can sleep if they want. Is that the only? Oh, I just took the is that the B? Yes, great. Because I have more the yellowish, I need the brown part. Brown B1. Okay. Brown B1. Thanks. And yeah, we had not many guests, to be honest. Well, yeah. And the other thing is we are in part of an age where we don't have many time. We don't want to have much time for guests. We have much to do. I mean, preparing for other stuff, etc., etc. No, but the most people are not far away. Most people. I mean, I can visit my parents if I want, and it's only a drive away about 30 minutes. 50 minutes, but it's okay. I mean, 50 minutes driving, about 3-4 hours visiting, and after that again driving, and maybe a little bit faster because our Autobahn is pretty empty. sometimes it's a question of construction sites, or it is a Sunday, so no trucks are on the way. Yes, it is forbidden. I don't know how it is in other countries, especially in the European countries. But in Germany, on holidays, which includes Sunday, because Sunday is officially as a holiday every week. But the reason is more a Christian part, so I don't really care anymore. But yeah, they are not allowed to drive on our German highways, and you can get pretty fast after that because we have a pretty big issue. The good thing is, if you're driving, if I visit my parents, I have a highway which has 3 lanes on each side, so 6 lanes in some, which is pretty fine, and most of the time we don't have any problems. But oh boy, which is that? Thick green A. Okay, yeah, that's the right one. If we are going to some other city, we have a highway here which has only 4 lanes in some. And we have some special issues for what I would call a first world problem, because we know what they do. I don't really care. So if they are slow, but at least they deliver most important stuff to every place we need, because our Deutsche Bahn sucks. Never built up everything we need. Yeah, okay. No, to be honest, the biggest issue is we have 2 lanes on our side, and one of the truck tries to overtake the other truck with 85 kilometer per hour against 80 kilometer per hour, and it takes about 2.5 hours until they're done. Not really, but you know what I mean, hopefully. Yeah, and it will never end. It will never end, and that, yes. They shouldn't be allowed if we have only 2 lanes to take over. Especially there's a special rule: you have to overtake them fast. And that includes the speed difference of a minimum of 21 kilometer per hour. And the truck, 80 against 85. That's not nothing the difference. So no, it's forbidden, buddy. Don't do it. That's the biggest problem. So Stump, give me the dog one. The dog one looks pretty healthy. I will take yeah, that's fine. I will put a tree there. There. There will be a funny part because I have to remember where I've put him. Maybe this time not many trees. Phew. Okay, bear tree shadow. And the bear tree with shadows will be on the 7th layer. Oh, and ashen, of course. Don't turn it. And most important, yep. Okay. That's about there. Okay, that's so good. I have to put it there and there. To be honest, I like that. Okay, maybe I should put the. Wait a minute. Please give me the lightning. Copy paste. I will put the lightning. Give me the shadows, which this one, and the I call it the rift, which will be fine. Nope, not the shadow. I want that. I want that. I want to put it there. Don't. Nope. I guess that's the point. Yep. Almost perfect. So give me the lightning. Save it up for so. Then it's done and gone. So the reason for it is pretty simple. I can recolor the rock in the diagonal part to a volcanic part. Should work without any problem, hopefully. And I have an idea how I can recreate it. Just put on the boulders just some on another layer some other parts, the other boulders, and just in the post-production just cut it away. Should be fine. So at the end, the dungeon draft file will be horrible puzzle. Okay, we have that without the tree shadows, without the hill shadows. The hill shadows will be a part of this map this time. Usually I'm not doing that, but the problem is we have the full trees. The easiest way, which is a little bit harder to tell the people, yes, I could just put the stump on it and then use the shadow layer to create it perfect, but this is more... I guess it's more a question to the customer. There are two ways. The usual way, okay, three ways. The first way, which is the usual way right now, which I would do, is just put the tree shadows over the stump on a different layer, or maybe on the same layer. I don't care. I guess he doesn't need the shadow layer. For Foundry, it's almost ideal. But just doing the usual way, so the bare trees are visible, the usual trees are not visible. The second one would be that everything is a stump, and over that is, on the left side, the tree shadows with the leaves, and of the other, so some canopy shadow. On the other side, you only see the bare tree shadows of the twigs, etc., etc. And the third option would be that you have the bare trees on the right side, and on the left side you can only see the canopy with the tree shadows, which would be a kind of a problem. On some maps it works pretty well because they're on the edge. If you just say, I don't use that this part on the edge, so this is more the visible and usable part. I mean, I worked yesterday on the Trail of Keep on Kingmaker, and some parts are just trees, the canopy with shadows under that. So it works pretty fine if you don't have too much of it. In the forest, can be awful. I guess I will use my usual way for now. If I have to change, it wouldn't be a big problem. I think. What says the time? It's 9 a.m. Okay. And now some people can know how my brain works every time. Just overthinking stuff. That's mostly the reason I'm streaming over an hour, but only 40 minutes is working right now. That's the most problem. Just overthinking stuff, putting ideas in it, etc., etc. And I know I will. I'm just saying every time I want to create some tutorials, but I don't find the time. Yeah, okay. To be honest, I should take my time, especially in the morning. The reason is my wife is a nocturnal, so it's my free time right now. At the same time, I mean, nothing to do right now, like I said, and people want to see how I'm doing, how I think, how I work. Yes, sometimes I'm like a machine. It wouldn't be the first time that people say that I'm a machine. So, but that's another story. People want to know how it works every time. How my maps are. Yeah, the creation way of a forest map, of a shop or an internal building. I mean, exterior and interior are pretty different. I mean, you saw yesterday an exterior forest. This time it's an exterior forest with a valley with more special part. What was the last time I made it some kind of interior? I guess I have to look. I don't really know. I know that I streamed the building of some fortress, some castle, which has been a long time. Live streams. That's a commission. That's interior, just mapping. Last year in December, and it was Age of Ashes, which is more simple, but at least at the end it took me 2 hours. Yes, one of them is private because of. It was the first time I have to kind of banish someone because of the words. And whoever caused freedom of speech never knew about. Wait a minute. Yeah. Yes. Freedom of speech is not the insult or threat of criminal offense. So, yeah, someone in the comments used very harsh words, which was, for me, it was a threat. It wasn't some kind, not a directly threat to me, but a whole group. So, yeah, because I know that the AI problem is pretty big, especially in the artist way. I mean, I can be pretty happy that battle maps are not working in the AI for now. If the AI is if the AI can create battle maps without any issues, then I know I can close my Patreon. That will be the biggest issue. But at the end, just thinking about, I mean, AI, ChatGPT, as the perfect example, has to be trained. And if it creates some maps, if it's possible at the time, maybe in the future, I guess, and it's using assets, which is in the paid license agreement, which I'm paying for every month. At the end, they have to pay to people like maybe Forgotten Adventures, or maybe other asset creator which says I'm only licensing them for free, or if you're getting money for it, you have to pay for it. I don't think they want that. Especially Forgotten Adventure. I right now at the point where I can say, okay, I don't have to pay much. But if you get more than about $12,000, yeah, $12,000 per year, you have to pay 20% of the income, which you get of that. So the problem is ChatGPT. If they create battle maps automatically with the AI in the future, and by accident they're using the Forgotten Adventure assets because of that, so recreating them, and you see that's the same look. What will happen? You can't say who generated these battle maps and who not. So you can't say, yeah, it only was this user, so you only get this amount of money. No, I guess they will have to pay 20% from their income, which means the guys from Forgotten Adventure would be rich. But this will never happen, I guess, and they will never pay, especially if there are no rules, etc., etc. And yeah, long story short, they are working on very, very thin ice. And I know that I have no friends because I'm using AI in some parts, which is more for a private purpose, which I cannot pay because we're using pretty much faces. And to be honest, maybe in the future for some other projects, because I'm gonna start in way future, so I don't know when it will happen. After I finished many projects, I want to start again some Nordic style. I already played some Nordic game in the D&D rules, so the future will be a Pathfinder rules. And I will think about how I will create the handouts of the people. The last time for that, I didn't use any AI. I just used Hero Forge, which was awful, to be honest. I mean, they're looking pretty plastic, and I don't want to buy it, so I paid the yearly amount monthly. I don't really know anymore. But at the end, just used. They're looking pretty plastic. It would be easier to just get the 3D files and retexture it, and with the shaders, etc., you could create some kind of oil paintings. I mean, you have many, many engines out there. You could recreate everything you need. But that's over the top, so I will see how we'll do it. Maybe at the end I just have to find someone who can create pretty cheap in prices, not in quality, these kind of handouts, and I just can use the story, if it works pretty well, to sell it. I don't know. I'm not a big writer of stories. I know that my peoples were pretty happy with the stories which we had. But that's a long time ago. I have a big blockage right now, or had some kind, and the story which I'm right now on it, but I will give the group to my wife so she can do some game master stuff. Is some kind of Pathfinder meets Call of Cthulhu in the Renaissance. Pretty much one time. So a higher might who's trying to control over people to get more power, more slaves, more members of the cult, like kind of Cthulhu, I would say. And yeah, okay, the Pathfinder rules, of course, because to be honest, I'm not really a fan of the Call of Cthulhu setting, D100 rule, I guess it was. But the story, I mean, I love the Sherlock Holmes Call of Cthulhu combination, the Awakened remaster. It was great. Pretty linear, and I loved it because of that. But okay. And the Renaissance is more that the nobleman much more. Or it's a different way, and we can have more ideas. I mean, it's not far away to the industrial age, so I can have more and more ideas to put in, etc., etc. I mean, I had the ideas for some kind of mafia-like, so 1920, 1930, some kind of punk, not really punk, magic punk. I mean, you have the fight between the industrial tycoons, which using the natural resources against the magical resources, which is way more expensive, but more cleaner. And you're living there, and you have the prohibition, and you have to find building up a mob group, but with way more magic, way more planes, etc. That was my idea, I know, but the people don't want to play it. I'm not interested in it, so I just canceled it. Never started work on it, so it's fine. Many ideas which I had, some kind of like the Strength 1000 theme with an academy. Right now they are working at the academy because of the missing children. Children. They are 17, so students. The missing students is right. That's the only thing which is the academy like, and right now I just playing Curse of Strahd in the Pathfinder rules, playing Wrath of the Righteous in the Pathfinder 2nd edition rules. And that's it. And it takes much time to prepare everything. Too much time, to be honest. Especially the conversion. But I believe there's someone out there who's right now creating some stuff. So I want some bush green on layer 2. Please over. I need, to be honest, I need some kind of dual working on it on the file, where you can see some, like in the modern days when via, it's not remote, but clouding system, you just have the file on one position. I need a second dungeon draft here, where I have the multicolor perfectly fine, and I can see where I put my green stuff on this screen, and I can put the multicolor on there with the mirrored stuff. So I have just to look where I just put everything else. So it will be pretty hard to put the bushes everywhere, which I already told him it will be hard to mirror it, but I hope it will work, especially with these kind of small bush here. We will see how it will work. So okay. I guess I will take a little break for now. Not long. Just have to do something. The answer is coffee. Oh, no, it's not the answer. It's the reason. Coffee. And yeah, I guess I will be right back in 2 minutes. Yeah, and I'm back. Okay. More bushes. We need more bushes. Maybe I need more rocks, more boulders. I don't think so. I don't think so. I like that. Okay. I guess that's fine. So, bush multicolor. I will use this. And oh, they are not yellow there. Yeah, red and yellow are not visible at this part. Okay. Should be fine. Yeah, the trees are on the 9. I just remember. Okay. Okay, it works. Give me a small one, just in case. Okay. Working over the top. I don't know if it works or not. Okay. Works pretty fine. That's the bottom one. There's this one. So this one has some bushes here. Like I said, just trying to remember everything. This one. We have that. We need... that's not perfect, I see, but it's fine. Is there a missing tree? I see. There should be a tree. Holy cow. Just almost missed a tree. Bear, tree, ash, and shadow. I'll take you. Okay. Because there's someone. Okay, it looks fine. Okay. Bush yellow. Maybe. Looks good. Okay, some parts will not be mirrored because I put some twigs there. It will be completely chaos there. Okay, so I need Shadow 40. I will put it on layer 40. Yes, 4,400. I need more layers. Dear Dungeon Craft developer, I need more layers. Or just a plugin which gives me more. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes I just really need more of them. I don't know. And like I said, I need more slots. Slots for the textures. There's so many stuff which I need. Put it on the first scale. So this is fine. Oh yeah, that looks so so good. Much better. Yep, just a few shadows and the whole texture is another one. Okay. Okay, I don't think I just have to maybe more rough grass, stuff like that. There. That is a part which I don't mirror or not really trying because would be too much. But at the end it's getting mirrored. Okay. But it's fine. Okay, this is fine. Okay, looks good. Shadow brown A1? Not shadow grass brown A1. That was a 1.5. Because of that, I just wanna I don't think that it will be necessary to put the line of the grass there too, but okay, that looks good. I don't think that's a bad idea. It's not the perfect version, but it's like something just cut it off there. Okay. Yeah, looks better. Okay, this can wait. I already see some special thing coming. I don't think that I will be live that long again, because I'm gonna send a picture of it. Because I'm at the point where I have, where I need some more information. Without that, it's not that easy to just work on it. So I mean, more trees, less trees. Yeah, and stuff like that. I mean, the last time I just sent him 3 versions, or 3 steps, not versions. Version is the wrong word for it. Just to know where I can, what I should change, etc., etc., like missing skeletons or other important stuff. Maybe too many trees again. I don't really know. But there are some stuff to do. I mean, the good thing is if I'm putting some tree shadows again, separately or not, I don't care. It wouldn't be a big problem. And like I said, it would be interesting how I should work with which option. Everything is stomp and you see a shadow over it. Everything the canopy, so this one is the canopy officially. Or just, oh wait a minute, wrong. Good thing that I stopped early. Or just the mix up which I'm creating right now. Or gonna create in a few minutes. And I mean, he said he would be here, but it seems something came up, so he didn't find the time. That's absolutely fine. Not everyone has the time to watch a stream everywhere. I remember the time when I ordered some stuff. Sadly, the person is not on Fiverr anymore because of reasons which I don't want to explain, because that's not really important. I just only know one thing. She's a pretty neat person, and I can communicate with her without any issue, and it's a lot of fun to work with her. And if she's creating it, she's almost every time she's streaming it, and if I have something to change, I can exactly say, okay, please change that, and she's doing it. She's pretty fast, which is almost, to be honest, is not the usual thing anymore. Like I said, I'm a workaholic, and that's maybe a good part for the customers because I can say, okay, I just want to do that and that, and I mean, for a 40 by 40 map, officially I give myself a 5 days buffer. And I guess the last time, the first customer ever got his map after 50 hours. So more than 2 days. The last commission from 3 days ago got delivered under 48 hours. Or about 48 hours, but I just had to wait until everything was fine, so it was a waiting time. This is, to be honest, if I saw it right, it's maybe an issue because of the time zone, so it's fine. Time zones are always a big problem, so if I see someone maybe just saying he's from the US or stuff like that, or even more, maybe from Japan, which is horrible. I mean, it's a 8 to I don't really know Japan right now, which time it is. I could look for it, but it's, I guess, minimum of 8 hours difference. So just saying, I'm starting at 8 in the morning. It's already 4 p.m. there. And if you then communicate, I guess 2 p.m. Central European time, or summertime in soon. Sunday in the 1 week, so it's 9 days right now. Then we're maybe closer. 2 p.m. It's 10 p.m. there, and most people, I guess, going to bed at that time. So I can't communicate in this time anymore, so I have just to wait until maybe the evening or until the next morning for me. So I'm just losing time. And I guess with the allowance, I would just say, okay, just give me more time, because the communication way is because of the time zone's a big problem, not because of the person. If I would have a big problem with the person, with the communication, I would not work with that person anymore, to be honest. And that's right. I mean, that's a long time ago. I just tried to find someone who could draw a picture, a specific picture. We had a group which it was a funny group, to be honest. I don't say that we don't had fun, but it was um, it has a horrible ending. Just give me a second. Something is on Discord. Okay, it's not very important. Okay. Sometimes it can be important for me. The problem is how the adventure broke up. We had some special rules that time. Could it be that the stump is on the wrong layer? Oh yeah, it's on the wrong layer. Okay, good to know. Please put it on the one. Because the usual way in D&D, it was the D&D time, was to split up the experience points. You kill a monster, you get, we're saying 1600 EXP. That means 400 for everyone. So that's the rule, because they can just adjust it if you have a smaller or bigger group. So kind of works until a specific level. And we just killed it. We just said, okay, we just want to try some specific point to be fast, high level. That was great, to be honest. I mean, we played the same story again. I just called it Basharon. It's a long time ago, which I made. It was my first adventure ever, and it was fine. We had much fun. We reached level 20 in 9 months, which is not really possible in D&D, but with that rule, it was possible. Yeah. So the problem was, at first, you shouldn't be there. One guy got a girlfriend, which is fine. And the problem was, at this time, it was the same issue with everyone else who got a girlfriend at the time. Only the eyes on the girlfriend. The game wasn't really interesting anymore. And yeah, I don't. Yeah. At the end, it was like every second time he wasn't there. Okay. That was the first thing. The second thing is, the story was some kind of gone. We were done. But there was some side mission which was not really necessarily important anymore, but it would be fun if we just would finish the NPC quest. And another guy just told, nah, I'm level 20, I'm done, I'm I'm some kind of god. And for him, the story was over. So, usual D&D issue, I guess. That was pretty bad. So we just finished the story with 2 players and 2 characters. And it was, to be honest, it was kind of hard in the dungeon, but not impossible anymore, because, yes, D&D level 20 character is godlike. And yeah, that was the harsh way to end a story, just because the people didn't want to play it anymore. And that's some stuff which I just say I don't like. Nobody should end stories like that. And that's some part of the reason why I have most of the time a blockage, to be honest. Because every time I start a story, we never finish. Okay, Battle Run were kind of finished every time. The first 2 times. We just started it 4 times. The second time was a big issue. And not the second, the third time. We just tried it once with new players, and the end of the story was, I have to look over our ticket system. Okay. Where was I? Okay, the third time of Bachelor, just working. The problem was we had communication errors. It was fine if the players, because the most of the players I have love to roleplay, and the communication should work at this time. And if the player is not communicating anymore, just saying, I'm doing that. We had a bard. Nobody knew that he was a magical bard, just a musician. He never told them, which is a big issue. So, in the fight, he tried to play some stuff and cast a spell, which is D&D-like, of course. He failed every time. Really, every time. There was no spell which worked. And the end of the story was that we had some discussion because we never told about anything. Yeah, we had a sorry, we had a discussion, and we had we talked. My wife, especially my wife, talked to him, because it was a group problem, and she wrote it in the official Discord channel, which only we saw at that time, nobody else, and it ended in kind of a war. He attacked her, like, why are you doing that in the in public, etc., which wasn't not really true. Yes, the other members of the group saw that. Okay, that's fine, but they were included in the problem. Everybody should know what the issue is, and we did not even finish the first quest, and I just broke up. And the fourth and the last time I played that story was with some peeps. To be honest, can't tell any much more than I'm pretty happy about that this group was done. It was sorry, but TTRPG. Okay, some people just saying RPG is more like skills and the attributes, etc. Other people, like most people I saw and met, just role playing. So it's more like a theater or something like that. And the other stuff, yeah, it's there. It's necessary, of course, but the role playing part is important too. And it was a one-man show, or in this case, a one-woman show. I played with my wife, and we had two other, which only were pretty necessary because of the fights, and that's it. It was pretty boring. We finished 2 quests, and it was done. I just broke up because one of them just never told anymore when he has time to play. The other one was quiet too, so if I just quit it, and that was it. Yeah. Okay, boy. Right. Okay, it's almost 10. Yeah, that's the reason. Let me guess. That's the problem. Yeah. Okay. That will take a few minutes. One moment, please. That's not what I wanted, guys. Yeah, that was the biggest issue with the Becheron stories, which was, to be honest, it was okay. It's not the best story, but it was the first season, like I call it, was fine. I was new at this part, and it was fine. I need that. I need that. Yeah. Another story. Good that everything is paused right now from the record. Was I knew everyone would hate me, but it's definitely not a Nordic language, and if it's Nordic language, then it's pretty old. It was I just called it Underweg. I don't think that it's that it's correct in the pronunciation, but to be honest, I don't care. Oh boy. Okay, come on. Great. I don't really. I have such a big problem right now. Hmm. Okay, I just have to look over that right now. Anyway, was a great start, to be honest, in the Nordic style. So, it was more some tribe. Okay, it's not tribes anymore, but it's just a few villages which work together, and there were some tribe kings which just ruled over these villages and maybe an isle. And the problem was in this world, or in this nation of multiple nations, was there was some kind of icy fog, and they couldn't travel anymore. They had so many wars. A cavern, which was the only, and not the only, but the easiest way to walk to the next city and country, was collapsed because of war. Not everything of the cavern, but the safest part. Yeah. And the people should they it was a simple story. We need some adventurer who goes through the cavern, that we find a way, an easy and safe way again to the other countries or tribe kingdoms, call it like you want. And because that the war is still ongoing officially, they just wanted that they have a peace treaty. And it went pretty chaotically, but it worked. It worked. That was the good part. But at the end, it was, yeah, another bullshit story. Because there was one critical point in the whole story after 9 months. It was a 9-month story which we had let go. We reached a point where another tribe kingdom had a civil war, and they just had the official they just got called because they needed the help, of course, against the traitors. And there was one point where my wife had, in a 4-session hour, a 3-session pause, because nobody cared what a bit. In long story short, she got a hangover. She was at home. The reasons is a story for itself. And yeah, 3 hours of waiting and doing nothing. It was my part, which I had the chance to change that, of course. It was my bad in the first place. In the second place, the players could interact too. Just walking to the place and saying, okay, we're looking after her, would be a shortcut. Nobody did anything. So she said what the problem is. What's the issue? And the first player, I cannot work with that group anymore because of that. And it's gone. And he just took another player with it, and that's it. Just destroyed the half of the group because of that bullshit. And I don't think that was it was her issue. It was more the problem that he yeah, criticism, I don't like that. Go away. I don't like that. Nobody likes that. So nope. We're there. My I need that. Boy. Sometimes I'm pretty stupid. So, okay. I just forgot my password. Just had to work after some stuff. Sometimes it's not my day today. Okay, to be honest, I'm close to weekend, so it's fine. And after that, tomorrow, I have to do stuff again. So, yeah. I need that. Yeah. Usually, officially I'm not working on weekends, etc., but usually I'm just looking over it every time. But to be honest, I'm some kind of second boss. We're a pretty small company, so. Okay. Okay, that goes there. Yeah, I have to do something there later. Okay, good. That was two big sorries of myself. And sorry, I guess I give them the 1 hour break right now so I can work a little bit more. Shouldn't be a problem. Sometimes I'm just working for 5 minutes, it's done, and then I can just wait for 1 hour again. What did I do for stories? Okay, let me think. Just no. Yeah, I guess I will build up some shadows there too later. For now, I just need the path tools. What the heck? Where I recorded that, recorded some in-game sounds. Okay. Yeah. The beginner box of Okay, to be honest, there's some stuff which I'm. Okay, it was some kind of funny, to be honest, some kind of strange too. Oh no. My first adventure which I ever played as a dungeon master, game master, call it what you want. Oh no, I just put it on a 7. Was a D&D adventure, not from Wizard of the Coast. It was I only remember the name Boilgod, which is a goblin who was some kind of aberration and could puke, vomit, throw up, acid. I don't know. It was he was pretty ugly, but okay, it's a goblin. Sorry for every goblin. Just kidding. Maybe in the future I'm playing a goblin too, so it's fine. Yeah, so that was my absolute first adventure ever I played. We finished it, so it's fine. So this group was kind of horrible, to be honest. The reason for it is we had a good paladin who broke a goblin's leg so he couldn't flee anymore and tortured him to get more information. I would say it's an Oathbreaker right now. A dwarf. I mean, it was some kind of old little fortress, and the dwarf just put everything on fire. And I don't know why. Absolutely chaotic, this group. I guess the one guy we never played again, and the other we never asked, to be honest. But he never had the time. I mean, the same issue later, girlfriend, jobs, I guess university was it too, which takes pretty much time. Which is funny because we have one player right now in the Wrath of the Righteous and in the Mondays group, which is we are swapping every 12, 16 weeks to another one, other GM. So everyone has to work, has to, be the game master. Oh, 1 moment. Okay. Totally forgot to mute my mic. Sorry. Yeah, we are just. I'm not now in that case to do it on Monday. Not now, but it will be on Monday soon, I guess, because the one guy just will take over the Wednesday because it's easier for him. It's fine. I have no issues with that. But at least I have a whole group since July with Wrath of the Righteous, which will hopefully end maybe end of the year. And maybe after that I have enough time, maybe half of a year or whole year, that would be better, to create a new adventure, which will be in the Nordic style again, but with the inspiration. I'm just saying the inspiration of cultures. Whoever, I don't know who played cultures. It's a pretty old game. Just saying. And cultures is not really a city building, but it's a building themed game, where you have just built a base, some kind of basement with settlers-like economy. You have to get wheat to make flour, to bake bread, and you need the water from from the well, etc., etc. So it's more settlers-like, but more micromanagement, because you have to give the you have to give the peoples the jobs, and they have to do the job at the end. But you have to fulfill this. You have to satisfy them with the food, with mostly food. That's my main problem, food. They have to be safe. And then in the main story of the first game, if I remember right, they are going to find a new home because their actual home is in danger. So they are going westwards, which is in the original history that they will end up in the first place in America and in the second place in England. The story of England, I guess, is not really unknown, especially for the British peeps, that the Danish people and later maybe the other people came and colonized, they built up some settlements in the east coast of England. Then they had the Saxonies as the so not the Danskis, the Danish people, the English people, the Anglisk, I guess is the right word, had the people from the Saxonies, which fun fact, I'm living Saxony. And they had their help to fight them against them. That's what because the some part of the German words and the English words are kind of similar. I mean, oxe, not far away, except the how to write it. Apple, okay, Apfel is different, but the fun fact is, if you take the English word apple and take the Swedish word apple, and the Saxony dialect word is apple. I don't think that's pretty fun. I think some words are more from some kind of German dialect from the early time, especially, I don't want to know how I mean, the Middle Germany time was 8th or 9th century, so it would be perfect at the time. But that's some history. Okay, like what I wanted to say, the cultures is some of the exploration. You're going far west, landing somewhere, nowhere. I mean, this game, I don't know if it's the first game. The second game is more some mythic lore, so more of the Nordic mythology with much more stuff, which nobody needs in this game, to be honest. But it makes it does it more interesting. But yeah, so I just want to create some Nordic adventure game with the idea of the Kingmaker, but not with the kingdom management style. So, what does it mean? Taking the story to create I would say there's a pretty good danger. Because of that, they have to leave, or they will die, everyone. Or maybe they died already, or the most people, and they're just fleeing and trying to find another home because of that. And they just have to find another place. The story will take several years, of course, because they have just to prepare a new village. They have to explore expeditions, etc., etc. Have to just to create new homes, new connections to the new peoples, which they meet maybe, like the natives. I don't want to call these red people, which is I know they are the right the old version. I just say it's the natives. They are living there with other language, with broken some broken ancestry languages like Dwarvish, Elvish, etc., which will still be different to the other, but similar because, yeah, it's just some kind of dialect, accent, call it what you want. And maybe at the end, it's more the finding a new home, finding a way back if you're strong enough, and fight back to get your home again, because, or your revenge. That's the possible way. Or, in the case if the people don't, the players, not the people, don't want to go back, they have found a new home, so why should they leave again? The danger will come to them. But this time they can fight it back. That's one of the possible parts. So that's the base idea. There are some parts which I have to wait and to do. The first part is important NPCs, which will be there for a long time, not just for 3 stations. Maybe some kind of leader, of course, so that the players will never be a leader. But with every quest which they are doing, the village will be rise and will be getting bigger, so they can buy better stuff later and living a better life. And the other thing will be, which I have to wait right now, is Forgotten Adventures again, which is awful for me. Because the last announcement for it was for this month that we will get a preview, which is preview of upcoming assets Arctic biome, which is necessary at least for the first part of the game or story. Yeah, that was information of the 3rd of March. The preview of upcoming assets Arctic. What did we get? Creature tokens of Arctic. Some maps, which I don't really care, and a dungeon pack with more clutter of a new broom, books, weapons, some goats, such wooden figure stuff like that. So clutter, just much clutter, and a metallic crab, a construct. That's it. It's not much this month, to be honest. They're getting slower, I guess. Or they're just working so much on the Arctic biome that they don't have the time to get much of the stuff. So, just waiting for the Arctic biome stuff, and then there will be some Arctic. But I have to look for something. There's where is it? We are. Please hold the line. We are here. Okay, I have to look when will. Okay. There will be one snowy map in May. In May. I could create a sneaky peek right now, but I don't know. It's a long time, and maybe the people are crying, oh, we want to have it. I don't think so. I can already call it's a remake because of my Ermdavech story, because the people loved to be in a bathhouse. The bathhouse was inspired by the bathhouse from the Dark Eye Chains of Sadinath. Because there is some part in the game where you're high in the Nordic part of the world of the Dark Eye, which they have bathhouses. And bathhouses is pretty well to relax and talk about everything you want, and maybe in privacy. So you don't have to go to a tavern. You can just... But the most problem is tavern. They're going into the tavern. Yeah, some ale, some meat. And some meat. meat, and the word is perfect for the Nordics. No, just kidding. Yeah, of course, at the end, the most sessions just ending like, yeah, I'm just eating and I'm quiet. And I know in the 9 months of the story, some parts were funny in the tavern, but the most parts were funny in the bathhouse. Every freaking time. We laughed so much. We had so many plot twists in this story, only in the bathhouses of every city which had one. And that's the reason because that I remade it. I can, if I find it, just give me a minute, because Old Foundry stuff. That will take it some time. I will just look over it. Okay, I just let the search running. I don't know where I saved it, to be honest. Okay, thanks OBS. Okay, I guess I found it. Okay. The problem was, I'd say was. Okay. I have something to do. I need the desktop screen. Oh, I just had it. Okay, and now I need, what is the release number? Yep, that's my yes, I'm working pretty well. 201. Okay. So to battle maps 0201. And I take this one. Okay. First thing first. And yes, I'm just doing it that way. It's much more easier. That's the original. Yes. I can zoom in and you will see horrible quality. The issue was one of the player had such a bad internet connection that I just created the maps in 70 dpi. That's the reason why it's so pixelized. That was the first version. It's to be honest, I don't even know how old it is. Officially July 22. So it's almost 3 years old. And you can see how the quality was in the first place and the second place, how I have worked with it. And here's the sneaker peek. In May, it will be uploaded with the same assets. That is necessary to say, it's the same assets. With the higher quality, it's 100 dpi in this case, so it's a little bit more dots per inches. Is this one. And yes, I can zoom inside, and it's not that bad anymore with the quality. And you can see it's a little bit different, but the same at the same time. Yeah. I like them more. Okay. Yeah, there's so much stuff happened there. And yeah, in this bathhouse, this was the first bathhouse we ever visited at this time, and we had much fun. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to add some tree shadows. But here. Please compare level, not with the rift. Thank you. It's okay. That's okay. Give me the cluster. Yep, that should work. Please give me the 1.5. Yep, that works pretty well. Oh, I should. It's the thin forest, to be honest. But it's fine. Okay, that would be... Okay, I've not... Don't wondering why I'm stuttering here. Because of that. This program loves my graphic card. Not. I have right now about 30 FPS. Okay, just scroll a little bit more. Okay, now I have 60 FPS again. Yeah, that's the problem with that program. It's pretty hard. Maybe adding some more dirt on some parts so it's whoops. So I can add more stuff in there. Okay, I just okay, that's perfect. Maybe there. Wait a minute. Oh, that's there. Okay. And on the corner there. Okay, gave me the grass brown. And 1.5. Oh no. Wrong layer. Yeah, but at the end I can say I made so many maps, but most of them are gone. In some parts I'm pretty happy because they're ugly. I just posted a long time ago a map. It was my very, very first map ever. Where I just used some free stuff which I found online, and yes, it was just free, don't worry. Later I just downloaded the free assets and used, and I'm not lying, only Photoshop to create the next map, which took me way longer than this. To be honest, I just tried it once to create some maps in Clip Studio Paint, like the peeps from Forgotten Adventures are doing. I gave up. It was horrible for me. Never again. I don't like it. I mean, it's fine. You can create much more layer. You can do way better stuff with the brushes, etc. So some of the rocks, etc., are going with the grass interior, so that you can just as an example, that I'm just saying that the grass is more flowing. Here you can see what the problem is in the first place, that the grass is acting strange. And I don't think that will happen in the Clip Studio, but it's some stuff is just copy or drag in, drag out, and stuff like that. No, it takes too much time, and at the end, I would just I can only do one map a week, maybe. Yes, I know that some other people just doing maybe 3 maps a month or per month, and I'm doing. It's a good question. Just give me a second. I mean, just doing some stuff. Nope, it's. Oh, perfect. January. We have 18 in January. We had 22 in February. To be honest, at that point, Age of Ashes came into the upload phase. So that means from 2 to 3 releases per week. And there we have 26 in March. Not completely released right now, but it's coming. So 26. The reason is some of them are sets with pretty small maps. So or small, which I can create pretty fast. So about 20-30 minutes. And I'm not accepting it if I am just. Sometimes there are maps which it took only 30 minutes, but mostly that's sets from adventure paths. If I'm creating by my own, usually I'm just creating a set of forest maps, path maps, desert maps, etc., etc. Then you can see, okay, maybe 2 to 3 hours of work, and you have a whole set. That's the good thing. But yeah, when I see in March we have 28, which is a new record. 28 maps a month. In May it will be 26, and I guess the June will not be much. 21. Yeah. but the reason is that the 17 in July, because the wait a minute, because the adventure path maps are big in the usual way, and I can say some of them, yeah. I mean, officially the Trailef Keep, which I have finished, you have to add it there. Officially 2 maps, but there are more layers. The first map is the whole keep, ground, and over the top, so every floor, which is more work than you can think. And then the underground, officially 2 maps. Layers, I guess 5. And it took me about 4.5 hours. And with breaks, etc., 2 or 3 days. It took me way too long. So that's the big issue. And in this case, I mean, we have 10:22 a.m. 2.5 hours already online. Yeah. I mean, I don't think that I will add right now some details. If he says, I don't want that, I don't want that, I don't want to delete too much of the details later. It's more important. Okay, I will pause it right now. And yes, it's stuttering. I'm sorry, but it's fine. Oh, one detail. I just want to have one detail. Please give me the Shadow 40, which is my... Yes, it's my favorite shadow. Since some people complained, and I understood it, I used the Shadow 60, which is darker. Maybe for some pretty dark rooms, it would be nice, but the problem is, if you have a smaller room and using the Shadow 40, it's getting pretty dark. If you have a larger room with the Shadow 40, it's not that dark. It's pretty bright, to be honest. And people just complain that some maps are that dark, you can't even say what it's inside as a GM. And some of the maps were remade, so I just changed the Shadow 60 to Shadow 40 and just re-uploaded it, and everything was fine. And since that time, I'm using the Shadow 40 for kind of everything, except sometimes I'm using the 60 for some objects, which, yeah, it's predator control. So, please under. Yep, that's the reason. Nope. I want to add some shadows here. I mean, I could even add some waves, but it's a little pond. I will add some plants inside of that if I get the information that everything is fine, the positions of the trees, etc. is pretty well. I will see what he's saying. Whoops. I just can hope he will answer pretty fast. If not, I know what I can work at. Not live. And yes, some of the maps will be I can tell. Can't tell. English. The map from the 18th of March stream, so 3 days ago, will be released because of the agreement, which, if anyone is interested, yes, commissions on Fiverr. I guess the easiest way is just Fiverr with a double R, fiverr.racooze.de. Then you will just straight, yeah, you will get the goal. It will be there on my Fiverr page. There are just the usual. I guess I just give me a minute. The first problem is if I'm on the page, I will just see one thing, the euro prices. But the good thing is I know the dollar prices, which I just... Oh, my wife is awake. Which is $10 for the basic of 20 to 20. 30 to 30 is $20 and $30 for a 40 by 40. And if you accept that, I will publish it on the Patreon later. And with later, I mean almost a half of a year. You will get a discount of 20%, which I have to offer separately. So you have to message me right now. Okay, so I guess the pond is done. That is done. The shadows are done. This is done. Then I will finish the stream. We'll put everything together in Photoshop. We'll send him the first step, and I hope that he will be happy. And that's for it for today. Wish you a nice weekend, I guess. And maybe we'll see us next time. Bye bye.